The fastest way to lose against favoritism at work is to act like being right is enough. You might be completely right. The favorite might get softer feedback, cleaner explanations, private access, rooms you never even knew existed. But corporate politics does not reward the person who notices the unfairness first. It rewards the person who can prove a pattern without sounding bitter, jealous, or difficult. That is the trap. Favoritism shields one person from consequences, pushes everyone else toward frustration, then punishes whoever lets that frustration show. It makes you angry enough to react, and the moment you do, your reaction becomes the official problem, while the favoritism stays invisible. So this is not about taking the favorite down. That is how you become the cautionary tale. It is about surviving favoritism with your job, your income, and your reputation intact. Start with what favoritism actually costs you, because it is bigger than the favorite getting more. It changes the price of everything you do. The same mistake costs you a write-up and costs them a learning moment. The same blunt message reads as decisive from them and a tone problem from you. Do that enough times and favoritism teaches the whole team a poisonous lesson. The real constitution of that workplace is proximity to power, and the handbook is just the cover story. This is also why your first instinct will betray you. Favoritism makes you fixate on the favorite. She is fake. He is lazy. She only got promoted because the boss likes her. All of it might be true, and none of it helps you, because the favorite is the symptom. The real machine is the manager who covers for them and the culture that rewards it. Do not waste your energy fighting the pet. Study the owner. People obsess over the favorite for one reason. The favorite has a face, and the system covering for them does not. It is easier to hate a coworker than to admit the manager, the culture, and the promotion process are all keeping that coworker safe. Attack the favorite directly and you hand everyone an easier story. You are jealous, you are difficult, you are not a team player. Your job is to understand the system standing behind them. It also matters which kind of favoritism you are facing. Personal favoritism is the simplest. The boss likes someone who mirrors them, laughs at their jokes, flatters their judgment, and never challenges a decision. It is shallow, mostly about ego. Political favoritism is more dangerous because the favorite is useful. They become the boss's unofficial surveillance system, carrying information upward, testing how the team reacts to bad news, defending unpopular calls, and isolating anyone who pushes back. That favorite is load-bearing for whoever holds power. Remove them and the boss loses a messenger, a defender, and a way to keep the team in line. That is why they survive even when everyone can see the unfairness. Then there is the serious category, tied to protected characteristics, retaliation, reporting misconduct, or refusing something inappropriate. This is where you stop treating it like a grievance and start treating it like a record. Not all favoritism is illegal, but some favoritism is evidence, and that difference decides how you respond. Now the practical core. The word favoritism may be accurate, but inside a corporate room it sounds emotional and jealous, and it hands your boss a clean excuse to dismiss you. So describe the impact and ask for the rules. Do not say the good work always goes to the same person. Ask how project assignments are being decided so you can position yourself for the next one. Do not say she gets away with everything. Ask whether the same performance expectations apply across the team. Do not say you only promote your favorites. Ask what measurable requirements lead to advancement and what to demonstrate over the next 60 to 90 days. Never walk into a political environment speaking emotionally when you could be speaking operationally. You are after one thing here. The rules stated clearly enough that they can be held to them later. While you do that, keep a record and keep it clean instead of angry. My boss is unfair is worthless. This place is toxic is worthless. What carries weight is the date, who was in the room, what was said, what was decided, and how a similar case went differently. On March 3rd, you asked to join a client meeting and get told it is only for senior staff. 1 week later, Alex has the same title, less tenure, and somehow gets invited to a nearly identical meeting, with manager discretion as the only reason given. You are not documenting for drama. You are documenting because memory gets edited in workplaces like this, and the point is to stop them rewriting history the moment the story becomes inconvenient. A pattern is more powerful than an accusation. Then there is the trap that feels like virtue. Overlooked employees try to outwork the problem. They get faster, more available, and far more tired, covering the gaps and saying yes to everything to prove they cannot be ignored. In a favoritism culture that rarely earns what they expect, often it just teaches the place that you can be under-rewarded and still over-deliver. And here's the part that stings. Sometimes you are not overlooked because they fail to see your work. They see it perfectly. They just prefer to use it instead of reward it. And your reliability becomes the engine behind someone else's visibility. Do not try to outwork a relationship advantage. You will burn out trying to beat access with effort. When the next extra task lands on you, do not absorb it silently. Ask which priority you should move down to make room for it, or whether your goals should be updated to reflect the new responsibility. Favoritism does its worst damage when one person controls your entire reputation. So widen the circle. Visibility means one thing here: making your contribution easy to trace. Do not just say you worked on the report. Say you completed it, fixed the data issue holding it up, cut the revision cycle, and delivered before deadline. Send short updates that reach more than one set of eyes. Build relationships with other stakeholders, and take cross-functional work where it makes sense. Because when your work is only visible to the person already minimizing you, your value can be edited down before it ever reaches anyone else. If one person controls your visibility, one person controls your future. When you finally sit down with the boss, do not say you favor her. Say you want to grow here. You want to understand how opportunities get assigned and what would make you a stronger candidate next time. If the answer is vague, push once. What would success look like in the next 90 days? Which projects would prove it? Then send a calm recap email. Thanks for speaking with me today. My understanding is that the key areas are X, Y, and Z, and that we'll revisit progress by this date. Let me know if I missed anything. That is a paper trail that never sounds hostile, but notice if the vagueness never breaks. If every answer stays foggy, stop begging for clarity and treat the fog as data. Because when a workplace cannot define the path, it is usually because the path was never meant for everyone. Vague systems protect favorites. Specific criteria protect you. Know what HR is actually for. HR responds to risk, policy, liability, and business disruption. It does not respond to vibes. It is useful when there is discrimination, harassment, retaliation, a policy violation, or a documented inconsistency hitting your pay, promotion, or discipline. It is much less useful when your complaint is only that your manager likes someone more. Bring HR a feeling and they may manage you. Bring HR a documented pattern tied to policy or risk, and they are more likely to take it seriously. HR is not a therapist for workplace disappointment. It is a risk management function, so walk in with dates, facts, and impact, and leave the ultimatums at the door. And above everything, do not take the bait, because favoritism is built to provoke you. The favorite may humble brag about their access, act confused about why anyone is frustrated, or repeat private manager language to remind you they are untouchable. The point is to pull a reaction out of you while people are watching. The system will provoke you emotionally, then document your reaction professionally. The unfairness never makes it into the file. Your response to it does. Favorites do not always need to beat you. Sometimes they only need you to lose composure in front of witnesses. So do not gossip, do not fire off the angry email, do not vent to the coworker who will repeat it, and do not roll your eyes in the meeting. Stay boring on the surface and sharp underneath. And if the pattern keeps repeating no matter what you do, take that seriously, because that is information too. Sometimes favoritism stops being a misunderstanding and becomes the workplace showing you exactly how power moves there. When the answers stay vague, the reviews stay inconsistent, and your effort keeps feeding someone else's rise, The move is to extract everything useful and prepare to leave with leverage. Update the resume, track your achievements, protect your references, and build the skills the next employer wants. Apply without announcing a thing, keep your performance clean, and walk out on the day you choose.